Good evening, everyone. Daniel Miller here. How are you guys doing? Hope you had a very good and enjoyable and restful, lengthy weekend. Hope you enjoyed your rest indeed. I hope you played some games as well. As you know, currently on this channel, out of the blue, in fact, we have transferred from Destiny to Apex Legends. I can tell to all of my Destiny fans, as from tomorrow we'll have Destiny back on the channel as well. So we'll have Destiny and Apex until Friday. Friday should be the day when we start with Anthem streams. So as you know, Anthem is one of the biggest games to come out of BioWare in the last 10 years. Indeed, one of the biggest games of this decade for anyone who is a video gaming fan. Really very eagerly anticipated. We've done lots of demos in the last couple of weeks, and some of the guys who are subscribers to Electronic Arts Origins premium streaming program, channel or facility or whatever, are already playing it and accessing it. And as it goes, I've seen some of the top streamers and people who are my associates on Twitch already doing it since Friday. I was tempted to have a look and see what whatever the storyline was about, but again, I don't really like spoilers, and once I sort of start playing the game, I want to be enjoying every step of the way and discovering the story. So I do apologize for any form of lack of news on Anthem, but I will put a curfew on this for the time being, and I will be just giving you the factual news, because for everyone, and I know for certain, I yesterday talked to a couple of our US Destiny veterans as well, everyone is waiting for that 22nd to come for us to try the game, and we don't want to be watching other people doing the game and finding out in advance, because we want to be discovering that by ourselves. Anthem is a massive big world of exploration and adventure, and of course we want to be exploring all of those adventures every step of the way, day in, day out, once it comes to our desk, which is going to be on Friday. Really looking forward to that. And as you know, I'm a great fan of RPG stroke FPS games. I think Anthem is probably the best combination of all that we've seen so far. Indeed, my favorite game of all time is the Mass Effect trilogy. It has everything from shooting through puzzles to fantastic storyline, everything else that you really want the game of such magnitude to have. And I loved it when I played it all 3 bits. I had not played Mass Effect Andromeda, and I know that there has been a lot of flack really launched at the developer for changing everything and doing it in a very different fashion. But from the demos which we received during the last couple of weeks, Anthem is very close to the Mass Effect universe. It's not a replica. It does feel very different and to a degree bigger. I think Just 4 Tarsus to me seemed a lot more mysterious place than Normandy, with many more characters on display and many more corners which we could explore, and potentially many other social hubs elsewhere as well. So all of that is very exciting. Really look forward to that Friday. So if you do not receive many news on what's happening between the last Friday, i.e. the 15th of February and the 22nd on Anthem, and it is not factual, it's all to do with the fact that I do not want to provide any spoilers to my viewers and subscribers, as well as our Destiny veterans, because obviously lots of people are quite concerned that perhaps Anthem is going to be probably similar to Destiny, or there are going to be some areas which are almost identical. And I can certainly tell you from everything I heard, and particularly from my experience of those demos, it's nothing like that. It is a completely and totally different world. It's similar, I guess, in its aura. You have a massive big open world out there, a planet which you need to be exploring, or maybe even a universe, I have to see, but the planet we've seen during the demo days, and it's massive. It's an open world similar to Fallout. You have to be going everywhere, and you have free play as well to explore the entire territory and the entire map. And there is something for everyone there, from firefights through monsters and beasts and bosses and interesting landscapes, mysterious caves, the areas where you have to be doing some serious diving in order to find some relics, lots of puzzles, interesting bits of storyline, phenomenally attractive characters, terrifically precise and effective javelin suits. I mean, Honestly, we can't ask for more. And the feedback that Casey Hudson and his team were receiving since Friday has been overwhelmingly positive. Some minor technical glitches, I think, as well, but that all is completely forgivable and ignorable, because indeed the team will be working on those 24/7 to make sure everything is done and dusted and fully ready. I really have to say that I'm blessed to have entered Apex Legends world. I really love Battle Royale games in general. As you know, I've played HZ and PUBG, and also Call of Duty, Black Ops, Blackout. And I think Apex really has this twist of these different characters who are specialists, in fact similar maybe to Anthem. Each one of them has special abilities which can be used in a properly integrated team of 3, and every single battle is a new game, and the behavior of the gamers and people in the game are always bringing that challenge and novelty, and that's terribly exciting. I really, when you play PvP against the same guys, you get to know the strategies, but in this instance, if you're doing it randomly, or indeed even if you're doing it with your steady team, the enemies are always different. And at the moment we have 25 million players declared as of last Monday doing the game, and I think tomorrow we probably will have an increment of extra 10 million. So we are looking forward to hearing those news as well. Indeed, astonishing number of people who joined the community. Many migrated from Fortnite, although some of them also play Fortnite at the same time, as well as people from Battlefield and PUBG and Call of Duty Black Ops as well. So really quite a diverse community of people who love Battle Royale, love FPS, love battle sequences, love PvP, and I can say that my experience has been absolutely outstanding. I do not remember playing anything with such excitement and entertainment since the old Half-Life days. So that's, we're pushing it quite a few years back, but I remember when Half-Life came out, there was the same sort of hype, because it was, the next generation game at the time, a brand new fantastic FPS which was basically sweeping away around the world. The only difference there was that we didn't have a Battle Royale in it, we didn't have the gamers coming in and doing it against one another, but we obviously having PvP, which was equally exciting. So the excitement, the entertainment, and all of it is certainly here. Also, what's particularly interesting is that this is a game which you can always fit in amongst other games. So if you are doing Anthem or doing Mass Effect or doing Battlefield or any other, you can always slot in a couple of hours of Apex for several battles. And streaming it obviously exclusively is part to do with the promotion. But on the other hand, I did hear from the developer Respawn that they wanted to have 100 levels before the Season 1 was launched. The Season 1 is going to be launched in March, I think from 1st of March onwards. So what I want to do is I want to be getting to the level 100 beforehand, because I think with it I may get some bonuses or some niceties, some cookies, some sweets, so to speak, and that is going to be obviously good. And I want to be with the game from the word go, and that's exactly what happened. Accidentally, in fact, I did receive some news from Respawn on the game. I checked it out on Monday when it was launched. It was very, very appealing, and obviously I cracked on the following day. And as you could see, I stayed with that world, and not just myself, but lots of other people from worldwide, 25 million by last Monday altogether, and also quite a few of our community members from the Destiny community. They all joined in and tried it, and I have seen some of the veterans playing it quite extensively this week with relish, joy and pleasure, and this is what I want to see. It was particularly satisfying to see that some of the guys who are usually watching Destiny on my channel did watch a couple of my streams of Apex and then decided to try it out. So, very, very entertaining and very enjoyable. I guess the Crucible players as well, because this would be a Crucible times, I guess, 10 or so, and really, really difficult arena to contest, as anyone who's joined in could tell you. I've had lots of opponents, and usually when you come to the last 2 or 3 teams, they're very, very good teams. Initially on the launch day and maybe during the first couple of days, it was a lot easier, because the vast majority of the tactical teams migrated as from that Wednesday, and so the first couple of days people were just literally trying out the new game. But as soon as you had Battlefield hardened Battlefield and PUBG veterans coming in, obviously Call of Duty as well, things have become much harder. And there are sort of few mild concerns from my end, and that is particularly focused on the game servers. Several times when we played with a steady crew, like my own clan or a couple of clans, we discovered that our shooting, although very precise, was not giving us any results, and we did die on many occasions before hearing the bullets. So we did figure that this was to do with the speed of the server. Our servers were lagging behind, we were spotted earlier, and most importantly, when we were firing at the enemy, our bullets were not registering on time or with such ferocity as they should. I give an example of my own game a few days ago. I downed one of the enemies, and I think he had a blue shield, and I came to about 2 meters distance, right? And I open up with my Spitfire directly. It was headshots, but through and through. 2 magazines of Spitfire didn't make that shield crack, and then suddenly the enemy disappeared, and there was this death box. So you could tell there has been a delay somewhere in the information being registered, and this was happening most frequently to me or my teammates, where we were being shot at, because we would die instantly, and then we would hear some bullets and some fireworks after we already were dead. So it indicated that we were seen and spotted earlier, and we did not hear some of the enemies either. We would have heard maybe the enemies a second, between 1 and 3 seconds later to what was expected if they were sort of walking near us. So there are some technical issues. I did check the server ping, and the server ping that we have in the UK, it was extremely poor compared to some other places around the planet. I've seen some servers having ping in the range of 750, 850 or so, and ours was like in dozens, like 22, and that tells it all. Also at times, as you jump, you get into the drop zone, and then you have to be landing. We had a lot of lag, and on a number of games the lag caused instant death, because we couldn't see the enemy could see us, and the usual. So there are lots of technical issues. I've not really looked into that in depth, but I'll write to the developer and ask for some advice, because really for us, although this is not a competitive gaming channel, it is causing some concern and frustration, particularly if you are having a streak of really good games. So if you're playing in a team, and if indeed that team wants to be competitive, which is frequently the case, well, that presently I'm not doing any competitive gaming, but frequently people that are on my team are competitive, and they are wanting to achieve very high scores. Therefore the entire experience becomes very frustrating. And initially we struggled, or we were learning how to use weapons and what kind of gradings the weapons should have had, what types of optics were working the best. But then eventually we worked out there had to be the top grade weapons, and then the top grade optics, as well as everything else which you get kit wise. But even then, I have to admit, I did have Mastiff and Kraber, and I had the level 4 optics, the yellow optics on those. Still, they didn't seem to be working as effectively as some lower grade weapons on some of our opponents. Well, that is a question for other people to answer, right? And I want to know if you experience the same, and indeed if you know what the causal factor is. It's great entertainment, so it doesn't really matter if you're doing it for fun. If you're doing it for the scores, then it is obviously very seriously hampering, and also it's very much of concern, I think, for those people who are against cross-platform play, because this game presently is not a cross-platform game. So we are just entering it separately depending on what platforms station for. Therefore we are perhaps a bit limited in terms of how well we can aim compared to people on PC and keyboards. But the fact is, we do not have any PC gamers in here. At least I believe we do not. And the developer indicated that the game was not cross-platform, and we can't tell by just doing the game. But sometimes I feel that there could be some experiments where the developer is testing it out. But nevertheless, this may be just my suspicion. And so far, if we are considering all of us are on PS4, all of us are accessing the Sim server, then we shouldn't have these kinds of issues, but we are having them. And I can certainly positively vouch for people who are slightly angered by that, or dissatisfied, because I did watch a number of incredible final matches, and all of those were usually after I was eliminated. We were down to 3. I was one of the last 3, and I always watch if I'm down to the last 4, even down to the last 5, what other teams are going to be doing, and I'm analysing the strategies, the way they get the victories across. And I could see a couple of teams being incredible and having the same problem, firing at the enemy and being very good with precision shots, the enemy not dying, and then once being hit, they died instantly. So it must be to do with the server one way or the other. At least we figured that this is a likely possibility. Therefore, one shouldn't really blame oneself for being a poor shot, not having any kind of aiming skills or anything else. Right, so just to repeat what I said earlier, Destiny is coming back next week, so Destiny will be here again, Destiny 1 that is, and then we'll have, I think as from Friday, Anthem streams, but Apex Legends will be then present every day on the channel, maybe not as extensively as during the last 2 weeks, but certainly I really want to reach level 100 during this week, and that is basically to have it before we commence with season 1 in March. And I'm quite curious to see also what that season is going to bring, because will it be like those other PUBG and Fortnite seasons, or will it contain something else? I think the developer indicated that they will be introducing some new characters, so we'll have a few more legends, perhaps a few of those will have to be unlocked. Therefore I'm saving my tokens. As you could see, I made already 24,000 plus 9,600, so that will be nearly well, it's about 33,600 tokens, but I've used 24,000, I beg your pardon, for the characters, you know, the 2 characters, Caustic and Mirage. Both of those are unlocked with those currencies, the virtual currency, and it was very satisfying because I did see on the first couple of days that lots of other gamers were just buying those Apex packs, and you know, alright, it's all well and fine, but I think I prefer a long haul and that kind of long-term grind, which is in-game, and then your hard work and your effort pays off by those characters being given to you after they get unlocked. So that is certainly my personal preference. And also what's important to notice or to recognize is this game has many things which you can buy, either by real money or in-game currency, but none of those will have impact on the actual gameplay. They're all purely cosmetic. So remember that if you are considering any purchases, it is indeed beautiful to see that some of the characters will have interesting skins and costumes on display, but you will not be getting better in the game if you are purchasing the top packs. So without further ado, we are ready now for a few more battles. I think the stream tonight is going to be somewhat shorter. I've been doing it for about 8 to 10 hours during the last 2 weeks, but I also need to have some rest, and we need to get back to our usual routine of you know, morning and evening streams. There have been no morning streams for several weeks now because I was focusing on the US market and my US colleagues, and we had lots of people from the US and from around the world, in fact, coming in to play Apex. The community was very, very busy after midnight, and I regret that, not just because it's so late, but also because that has impact on my overall sense of awakeness and, you know, day-to-day activities. And I much prefer to do everything during the day and then to sleep at night, and that will have to be basically my creed as from next week. And as you know, Battle Royale games are relentless, they're never ending, which means you can literally be doing them for you know, days and days. And indeed that happened to me during the first week, because I had one crack, because we had several good teams in that. It was very tactical and I really enjoyed it, and therefore I broke my own record, and that record was of 30 hours and 45 minutes. I've never been streaming for longer than 10 hours in the past, and this was tripling it. So quite honestly, I was astonished myself, and I could not believe that either. And what happened principally was that I didn't even realize. I just simply looked it up on Twitch stats, and that was on the following day, and discovered that the figures popping up at 30 hours 45 minutes, and I thought, my god, that must be some mistake, it must be some other people's stream, definitely not me. But in fact it did turn out to be myself, and that was the score. So it was astonishing. But the reason for that was simply the sheer entertainment and playability of Apex Legends, and also the community. I had lots of people coming in. Most of the times I played with randoms, and it's been a mixed bag overall. On some days there were lots of random players who were really causing me trouble in terms of, and not upsetting me, but not playing well and doing things they shouldn't do. And mainly you had people coming in and joining the team whilst in fact they want to play like solo effort, and needless to say they're all dead within 1 minute, and causing problems for other team players trying to rescue them, and you know it all. So but what I want to say was that I did speak to many people from about 40 different countries, and altogether I must have played more than 400 games, 500 games or something so far. And so that's been extraordinary. I've never had that experience before with randoms, and everyone who joined, and particularly people who were on audio, gelled in perfectly, respected the fact this was in a public broadcast. And there've been many great battles, some of which were really tactical, some of those were very enjoyable, some were really shot in the dark, but altogether that's all part and parcel of this game. So I really look forward to meeting many more people, not just in next week, but in many days and months to come, because I think Apex is an ideal game for that sort of thing. It is very user-friendly, it is very community-based, and once they have the introduction of new characters and maybe some other in-game bits like chat, or maybe some new skins, or maybe some new perks, there will be a greater engagement amongst the people who are currently doing Apex. And maybe they could do also that people can exchange different bits, and maybe get them with the in-game currency or collect them and then exchange with their friends, and that will be definitely increasing both playability and the aspect of the game, and I think that's probably all I have to say. I'm still looking forward to see PUBG and Resident Evil 2 merger, and what is to come next with that entity. I look forward to hearing from people who are currently doing Metro. Metro's come out recently, and it is also an amazing FPS game. I think this one is the first game which has been done in this kind of open world, and it has similar elements to Fallout. I did see some clips and reviews, and they looked astonishing. The graphics were mouth-watering, the atmosphere was second to none. In fact, Metro does remind me of Stalker. I think for any of you who played Stalker, you'll recognize that post-apocalyptic world, and I'm not sure whether it is also presenting us with the same difficulty level, because Stalker was quite a difficult game. You had to be very careful with what you carried. Only limited amount of kit could be collected in certain areas, and then if you were carrying quite a bit, you were not very mobile, you were heavy, and therefore you were not able to get away from the areas which were radioactive. As you could remember, Stalker, it's called Shadow of Chernobyl, and it is basically a game where you are evading radioactive areas in order to destroy the ghouls and enemies that are hiding out there, and the enemies of all sorts, and various factions that are fighting a sort of civil war of a kind. So I'm not sure if anybody is doing Metro, but if you are, then let me know, drop me a line. I'm quite curious to hear. The difference between being a gamer and being a streamer is purely in terms of how you spend your time, because as a gamer you can be hopping from one game to another, and then you can try out services like Game Pass and PlayStation Now that give you access to very many games, which could be just viewed and tried initially before you really crack on with the full game. And when you're a streamer, then you're focused specifically on one game. You're not doing any game hopping, and then that game needs to be mastered. You need to be cracking on with levels, and that makes it really restrictive in terms of what else you can try. And there are lots of interesting games coming out, as you could see, and I'm sort of very interested and curious to hear from others, because I like being on the roller coaster, so to speak, and finding out about all these games, and listen to the news every day and finding out what I like. But the time factor in the recent months has been really very precious, and I was not able to catch up with everything else, apart from just, watching a few reviews here and there, and getting the overall view on the news which came to my desk. So that's the big difference, and I have to really keep this in mind, because this channel is fairly new, and as you know, I started it roughly, what is it now, about 6 months ago, and then I had 2 breaks as well, which were lengthy, so altogether in operation about 4.5 months, and lots of challenges, lots of challenges. I did find the time factor to be perturbing. It's very time consuming, and then it is just the entire focus, which you need to have both on the game and how you build your community, and then how you rerun your news service and how you collect the information. Lots of things to think about, because at the end of the day, you will come across many Twitch streamers who will have 50,000 plus followers, and I did watch some of the streams of those people, and when you watch the streams, let's say a few nights in a row, you realize that then you have about 20 to 50 regulars, people who are watching a channel on a regular basis and communicating through chat. So I think this channel did everything the other way. The idea was not to be having thousands of followers or subscribers, but the idea was to be building a channel which is noticed by its quality and quality of content, and therefore interesting to serious gamers. So I really have to say that everybody who joined the channel has been a serious gamer, and not just a serious gamer in areas like FPS or people who love Destiny, but also people came in from other games, some RPG, some adventure games, some survival / horror, and all of those people are they're serious about gaming as a form of art, and they value the time they spend on video games, and therefore they find the content in here, both the content I created and provided, as well as the vast majority of our community members' input, which meant they enjoyed talking and communicating and sharing, and all of that has been noted. So therefore this channel is growing, perhaps at slow speed, but everyone who comes here is a regular, and we have same people coming in and talking, even if not participating in some of the streams, like for instance the recent Apex streams. They will come in and say hello and ask me questions about other games, and it is a very, very closely bonded community. And this really was my aim right from the beginning, and I want to see how building a community in a public broadcast would really work in real time, and so far I've been astonished. The Apex sessions have been a lot less busy than my Destiny streams, and the reason for that is very simple. Apex is a brand new game that's been launched without any form of pre-release advertising, and presently there are dozens of thousands of streamers doing it. So at the moment you are building a community of those who are sort of hyped up and excited about the game, but also a community of people who are chasing scores, building the levels, and achieving really good results. So very quickly, within the next 4 weeks, we'll have massive filtering out, where the people who achieve top scores and people who are progressing upward forward are going to be drawing a lot more attention, and others will just drop out and move on to other games. So that's the way it works with these kind of competitive battle royale games, and I'm very happy to see that quite a few randomly selected gamers came into my teams, then joined my community, and I already have 1, 2, 3 teams that operate. The team members come in and ask whether they can join in, and they can be stream live on the net. We've had lots of good battles with those teams, and very, very happy with the way we played all together. One team is strategic and tactical, the other 2 are sort of more upfront and aggressive, but really good fun to be had, and I'm very glad to see that people simply discovered the channel through the gameplay, joined, and then communicated amongst each other. In fact, I did see 2 or 3 people also teaming up for other battles after meeting here on the channel. We're not talking about very great numbers, but it's not about the numbers, it's about the quality. You make a friend here who stays then friend or a gamer friend for life, and then people meet up again every night, and not necessarily in my channel, but they'll meet in the own forum, which is going to be on another multiplayer game, and then crack on independently. So that's the idea. Video gaming is all about connecting and communication, and bringing that little bit of joy to our lives every single day. Right, so these are the news. As you know, we are anticipating the big release on Friday of Anthem, which is going to be released on all platforms, PC, PS4, Xbox One inclusive. And on Friday we are going to have a true ball, and I look for the fireworks and everything else, glasses of champagne to be raised, both with us the gamers and the guys at BioWare, because I think it is going to be astonishing and amazing, and everybody will be loving it. So can't wait for that day. Everything I heard so far has been really remarkable. No complaints whatsoever. I think if there are some begrudged people in there, then certainly those kind of elements of the negative emotion are caused by other factors in their lives and not by the game itself. Right, if everyone's ready, that's all as far as the news are concerned. We now are going to be proceeding with combat, so fasten your seatbelts and jump in. As you can see, we are now getting access to the server, another lot of randomly selected gamers, and we'll see what happens next in the battle. Everyone chooses one character.
To be. Follow me. Pop the smoke, make 'em broke.
Alright guys, how's everyone? All good, all good. You're live on Twitch. We are broadcasting Apex Legends in a public forum, so family friendly channel. Welcome to our community. Another battle looms ahead. You up for it? Cool, cool.
I'm the jump master. Ready up.
Do you like chasing scores or do you like playing stealthily? What's your preference? Okay.
Let's land here.
We'll go inside of that compound in there. You see that we're pinged? It's really got good loot.
Heard that.
Oops. Just remember, it's family friendly channel, so you know, if there's no swear words, that would be appreciated. Alright. That's right, yeah. It's called DRBMiller Gaming, and it is on Twitch, and then I restream through 20 different platforms.
Reloading.
Enemy. Oh, they're dead all. Hang on, I need to hide them. I don't have any ammunition.
Keep it up.
You got him.
Reloading. Enemy taken out. Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Okay. Okay, you need health. I've got some health here. I'll give it to you straight away. I just want to collect everything here. Okay, I've got good weapons actually. Hang on, I want to... Yeah, I was gonna take that prowler, never mind. No, outside, we just have to get out here because I'll have people coming. I'll give you that health. Let's get out really as quickly as, because you need health. I'm alright with mine. Is there? Oh, alright, so you're cool then. Yeah, that's gonna give you life back. Just let's get out. Guys, let's get out because there will be other people coming here intercepting. Firefight.
I hear shots coming from like I think south.
Oh yeah.
But,
Okay.
to our right.
Let's see. Let's see. Somebody else needs. The other chap needs life. I give you life. Hang on. You take one of those. Yeah, because you're a bit down. What I need is I need everything. I've got nothing. I just got those primary and secondary. But you know what?
Let's go this way.
You know what? You know what? What we can do is we can go through there, and then there are 3 crates on the other side. But just watch my back in case there's any incursions in there as well, because they might have come back.
There should be one more guy there because we killed 2 out of 2.
He's not coming back there, you know,
Yeah, no, definitely.
because he lost 2 mates, and the only trouble is people come in here later. Either the first drop or they come later as they're looking for loot, and it was just unfortunate they were tailing us because I was the jump leader. I couldn't see around, you know. I usually ask other people to have a look. Hang on, I think there's someone down there. I've seen some movement, but
Yeah, me too. But I'm not. Yeah, I hear shots as well. So
Scanning the area.
yeah, look at this one over there.
Hostile right here.
easy. Okay, I don't have enough ammunition to engage.
I downed a hostile.
New kill leader appointed.
Okay,
Took out
look.
a hostile.
Heads up.
Look,
New kill leader.
look there. There's
Check
3.
out this area.
There's 3 crates. So, because I need. It's actually not 3. It's 2. Yeah, I need ammunition. Well, at the moment it's heavy ammo. At the moment, but I need hemlock.
I'm
Hang on.
taking fire.
Okay. So you got contact.
But alive. Hostile right here. Hostile close. Hostile close. Contact. Hostile right here.
Throwing thermite grenade. Thermite grenade
Do you
out.
see him?
Only you and me left.
Do you see him?
Yeah, he's in there.
He's in the building. In the building. Ah.
He's lit up.
Getting shot at. Opening fire. Reloading.
Okay, I'm coming in.
Down.
There's supposed to be one more.
Hey, got
No,
our
I
squad mate's
picked up
banner.
his banner. I need to revive him, you know. Because I got sniper, but don't have any optics. Okay, let's revive him. Just forget about that building in there.
Already inside.
No, I know the feeling, but I have to ask everyone because, you know, mods just block people automatically, and I don't want that to happen. Because, Jeremy, I have mods, and then they hear, they detect words, and then that's it. But it's very difficult with competitive gaming because, you know, with shooters like PUBG and Battle Royale, COD, you get people who get excited. Yeah, you know, it's different to adventure games and,
Delivering care package.
you know, the other stuff.
Care package coming in.
Okay, watch my back.
Yeah,
Actually, hold on. Live.
Thanks.
Go on your knee. Yeah, there's contact in there. There's radar crate.
Reloading. Enemy down. Reloading.
You didn't see him.
Reloading. Killed an enemy.
Yeah, I'm going around.
Not my time.
We respawned all right? Did you jump?
yeah.
Okay, anything in there, in that that box? Nothing. Yeah, I need health now. I've got him. Do you see him?
Pop and smoke.
Hostile right here.
All father, give me sight.
Come on
Airstrike.
in.
Move
Old
back.
Painless
Move
is
back.
waiting.
Contact with
Move
enemy.
back.
This guy's revealed danger. Mission upon
Airstrike. I called an airstrike on him.
Reloading.
Did we get him?
defeated the whole squad.
Okay, let me just... Fantastic. Well, airstrike was for that.
Yeah.
Do you want a peacekeeper?
Peacekeeper here. Shotgun ammo here.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Okay.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Good work. We're inside the next ring.
Half the squads remain.
I'm coming your way. Hang on. Because what I do is, listen up. What I do is I play stealth, so I always go like 50 meters behind you with a sniper, and then I survey everything, you know. And then when you proceed, I watch your back. That's it. But I need optics for my sniper because at the moment I don't have any optics, so I need like the best optics.
Yeah, well, I'll keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's reposition here.
Okay, be careful with that building in there because the enemies are hiding in there. I didn't see anyone, but you know what I mean. It's best to be in the open. If you jumped in a building, it's much harder to defend.
Yeah, especially if you don't have a shotgun.
Yeah, yeah. There's some light rounds in here.
Light
if you
ammo
want.
here.
You need some.
Light ammo here.
Like, yeah, I'll be.
Flatline here.
No worries.
That's fine. You can take the Prowler if you want.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Prowler SMG here.
Yeah, coming your way. Hang on. Where did you put it? There. No, got it. Prowler has to have top-notch
Thanks.
optics. With top-notch optics, it becomes fully automatic and it's extremely deadly. But without optics, it's like just 1/4 strength, you know?
Yeah, but the recoil on it is
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, and you need to have
He's spotted.
got me. Chuck a grenade in there if you have. 3 of them coming in from the rear.
I bathe in the bluff.
Okay, I'll get out.
In combat.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots. I've been down.
I'm taking fire.
It's 3 of them. Run away. Don't engage. Run away and get life. Like, you know, don't engage because there are 3 of them. They're really, really deadly. All 3 guys.
Taking a moment.
Oh no, no worries. It was a good effort. Thanks for coming and thanks for playing the game, and it's been good fun. Yeah, take care. Yeah, it's DRBMiller Gaming. DRBMiller Gaming. I'll add you to my PlayStation so we can squad up if you want. Do you want that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll do that straight away. Yeah, and you get my invites. Yeah, cool. Yeah, see you shortly. I'll ping you straight away. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Warning. Ring closing. Kill leader appointed. Attention. Delivering care package.
Can you hear me still? There we are. Can you hear us in the party? You joined. I'll send you my party invitation again. Hang on. Might have not registered. Can you hear me? Are you in a party? Hello? Yeah. Hello? Can you hear me? I can see.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear now. Excellent.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Just Kill needs to join the
my-
party as well.
I'm just kidding. My friend had to go. He has work in the morning, like really early. So.
All right. So two of us could crack on, and then
Yeah, for sure.
we'll have an add-on player, randomly selected, and
Yeah, for sure.
that's going to be cool. So what I need to do is I need to just move Lombex because
Yeah.
Let me just see.
Yeah, I guess it's a bug or something because
Yeah.
if someone leaves, he doesn't get kicked from the party. So.
Yeah. So what I'll do is Just Kill.
Yeah,
I'll
just,
invite you again.
yeah.
Bring in again. Let's have a look. Just a moment. Oh, yeah, there you are. It's a bug. It happens every single time.
Yeah, for me, yeah, same. So I take it your name is Daniel, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's Daniel. Yeah.
All right. So I'm Sam or Samuel, whatever you prefer.
Cool.
So-
Sam. Sam's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Excellent. Can I just ask you, we are in a public forum, so it goes to 20 different platforms, so it's family friendly, so we cut down on swear words if possible, And
Yeah, for
just
sure,
want to ask
yeah.
you, you joined in from that Monday when the game was launched, or you joined in during the week or so? You tried it already for a couple of weeks, right?
No, I joined in like I guess a week ago or something. I was seeing a lot of stuff on YouTube about it, like a lot of
Yeah.
YouTubers uploading like Apex Legends videos, and I thought it was like a Fortnite clone, so I wasn't really like excited for it. But then my friends started asking like, oh yeah, you need to download it, so I gave it a shot, and well, I like it.
Well, it's an amazing game because on one hand it is similar to PUBG, perhaps a bit more than to Fortnite, but on the other hand you've got this sort of comic strip characters with different abilities. You have a specialist team of 3, and it's very interesting that Electronic Arts and BioWare. Electronic Arts are the publisher, BioWare is the developer. They had this massive big open demo for Anthem. Anthem is the biggest game to come out, the company, in the last 10 years. And the demo was being done on that weekend, and I tested the demo, both VIP and the open demo, 2 consecutive weekends, and there was something like 40-50 million hours of gamers spent on the demo, which is sensational. And then they realized the game has 4 specialists, right? 4 javelin suits, which are similar to what you got in here. So each member has different abilities. So they said, you know what, we were trying to sort of plan for Apex, but why not just try it without any advertisement, without any announcement on Monday as a follow-up, and they dropped it. Nobody knew anything at all about this game, and the servers were melting within the first 3 hours when the game went viral.
Nice.
Can you imagine? Nobody knew anything about Apex, nothing, and everybody was jumping in and doing it. So on Tuesday you had PUBG, Battlefield, and Fortnite and COD veterans all migrating. They had something like 600,000 viewers on that Tuesday
In a
on
few
Twitch
days.
alone. Not one day, less than 24 hours.
Oh, one
Can you
day?
imagine?
Oh,
Less
really?
than 24 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and so the stats coming out of Respawn last Monday were that 25 million players registered and played the game within the first week, and therefore they were beating Fortnite by 2.5 weeks. And alas, Fortnite made 10 million in 2.5 weeks, whilst Apex made 25 million in less than a week. So it's a sensation through and through. Do you know what I mean? Everybody's playing it. All the streamers, all the gamers. And basically, I think they're likely to be developing something which is going to bring in the community even more, like, you know, skins or some funny dialogue.
Yeah, even more like customization and stuff.
Customization.
You know?
And people might be able to exchange or buy with in-game currency or something. And what I really like is that a lot of people, you know, they thought if we buy all the Apex packs, we're going to get all the cool kit and all this. But it doesn't. You don't have to buy it. You can just play the game and you get in-game currency and you have it for free. You know. So I actually have several.
Yeah, that's the coolest thing.
I have several colleagues in Scandinavian countries. There's the women, you know, that do Twitch streams, and they're really good. One is she's a professional PUBG competitive sort of gamer, and then the other ones I think also it's PUBG, and there's another COD. That's right, Call of Duty Black Ops. And, you know, they bought everything and they looked phenomenal, really, on the first day. But then once they realized you could actually make them, so they just looked like really unhappy, you know, all that money, hard-earned money, through to your Twitch streams, and you get literally shillings and pence coming in, and then suddenly... But I guess, on the other hand, it's choice, isn't it? Because if you buy cool kit on the first day... It's the best advert for the game with everyone else watching, so you do get benefits.
Yeah, that's true, though.
You get more viewers coming in. They say, "Oh, what sort of?" You know, she had that Plague Doctor.
Like a,
you know, Plague Doctor.
Nice, the one for Bloodhound, isn't it?
That's right. And everybody said, "Oh, wow, this is so cool. We want to have that." And but you know, I like the fact that you can just you know, gain in-game currency and it works out for skins. And everything
same.
Else. And it doesn't affect the gameplay. That's the main thing. You know?
Like, did you play Fortnite any or not?
Not extensively, because my channel is somewhat new. I've sort of started as an experiment because I work in media and I have other projects which are, you know, music and film industry related. So I said, well, I'm going to try you know, a new Twitch channel with video gaming, because obviously, you know, Twitch is kind of pegged to video gaming overall, and see how it goes. You know. And I tried it with Destiny. So Destiny instantly, within 1 week, became like you know, a game that was pegged to the channel. Lots of Destiny veterans were coming in, and because not many people still doing it, all the other veterans joined in. So although there doesn't seem to be you know, an enormous amount of followers for, you know, 4.5 months, but everybody who's here comes in every day. I mean, that makes a big difference, because there are people, you know, with 50,000 followers, and they have maybe 20 who are the regulars. And the focus was really on building a community which is specifically single game based. Therefore, I love Fortnite, but I couldn't engage. You know, I didn't have time. It's
I feel you.
Yeah, you know, people don't like game hopping when it comes to streaming, and the veterans of games like Counter-Strike or PUBG or Destiny, these are people who spend like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 hours on the game, and they want to see community.
So they want to see.
No, they want to see community which is interesting, that talks about a game, that connects and engages. You know, it's all about the interactions which you get, as well as maybe some competitive tricks and.
Exactly.
You know, so that's it. And I have to say that I played probably more than 400 games here on Apex, and I had people from about 40 different countries. Many of those were, you know, talking real time as well. Absolutely brilliant. Now and then you have somebody who's a bit, you know,
I feel you,
but it's not surprising to have so many people coming in. So 400 games times 3, that's about 1,200 altogether. And
of course, and
you know, really,
every gaming community has like the toxic side, but I guess.
Well, I had just one person.
Yeah.
I had just one person who was a bit unpleasant. And I'll tell you why. This was a couple of days ago. He obviously is a solo player, and he jumps gun. He likes collecting early scores. And this is not the game that is allowing him to do that, because the experience points are based on the survival rate. So anytime you survive for longer than 21 minutes, you get 5,000 plus experience points. And anybody who has, let's say...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, anybody who has 10 kills within the first 2 or 3 minutes is getting obviously bonus for that, but it's not going to be massive experience points. It's just like extra bonus. Do you see what I mean? The idea is
like
surviving.
500 points for being killed either.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best if one can have that many kills, as well as the lengthiest survival rate. And for that, you need a team that has 2 strikers and 1 stealth player, or maybe 2 stealth players and 1 striker. And then you always reach kind of 19-20 minutes on average. But the guy who got in, he had audio switched off, right? But he actually does have audio. And we were doing jumping.
Yeah.
And then as we jumped, he immediately basically took off his own way. He wanted to go somewhere where
he went solo,
He went solo. He wanted to go somewhere where he thought was the best. And he was literally going to the area, which is the hot zone, where you get everybody coming in. You got at least 6 to 8 teams going in. Do you know what I mean? And I said to him on air, well, you know, not particularly wise to be disconnecting, because if you're a team of 3, you can provide some defense and that, you know. And just to say, well, I could see that one. I said something like, I could see that one player went off already, but I bet he's not gonna, you know, last very long, something like that. And he was dead in 30 seconds. You know, as soon as he was landing, he was dead. And then I said on air, I'm very sorry to see this, but you know, no, it was this. He got killed, and then he switched his audio on and said, hurry up, right? And I said to myself, hold on, hurry up where? You went off on your own, you got killed as you landed, and you're hurrying up the other guys that are working as a team. So I said, well, this was no team effort, but, you know, I'll try to get in, but I have no weapons. I can't actually go and rescue if I have no weapons. And he switched back, you know, the sound back on, and he said something like, how many kills did you have? And I said, well, I'm just telling you that I'll rescue, but I need to get weapons. And he kept repeating, how many kills did you have so far? How many kills did you... You know.
Yeah.
Just, well, you can have 1 million kills if you're getting killed on landing because you basically just, divorced from the team. Then it's down to you, mate. I mean, this is a team effort game, right? I mean, teams win.
Yeah, that's... I mean, it's only 3 people, so you need to you really need to work together, I feel like.
Absolutely. I've watched frequently, when I go down to last 3, which is many, many times, and let's say I get killed, and then there's last team, 2 or 3 teams left, and I always spectate. I want to see what tactics they have. And I can tell you, 9 out of 10, certainly since maybe that Wednesday after the launch, so it's the last 10 days, the last 3 teams are terrific. They're tactically incredible. Played already in Battlefield and PUBG together. Do flanking, do proper positioning. So one can really learn from those. And coming back to my earlier point, it's all about the survival rate. Longer you survive, the better. And indeed, if you have good strikers in the team, people who are very, very hot on getting kills, then that's even another massive bonus. But don't know whether you noticed. Our server in the UK is quite a slow server, and the trouble we have is our shooting and very many of our activities do not register fast enough on the central server or the server of these other countries.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I did die quite a few times instantly before hearing the bullets. I die and then I hear the bullets.
Yeah, that's a disadvantage, really.
Yeah. Did you have that experience
I don't know
as
which...
well?
No, not at all. No.
Not at all. Yeah. Obviously, where you are, the service must be very fast. We are notorious in Britain for very poor quality service. Generally, it's not it's not an odd one out. And in those games, if you are on a slow server, if your ping is low, and that's not my internet connection, it's just the server, provided for the game.
Yeah, the connection to the server. Yeah.
The other day, I was putting 2 magazines of Spitfire in a guy who was bleeding 2 yards away from me. Right, so it's 2 meters. And I'm putting 2 magazines, so that must have been more. At least 24 heavy rounds. His shield is not cracking, he's not dying, and then suddenly he vanishes.
Yeah, that's bad.
But you know what? Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, let's do this.
Yeah. We'll get another...
Do you wanna go to game chat to see if the random guy has a mic as well, or do you wanna stay in here?
The trouble is, if he's on his game chat mic, then he doesn't record on the broadcast. So I have to be having chat for the broadcast, because everyone in the chat is fully recorded. So I can't help that, Otherwise, people not hear it.
So last game that you played with us, it didn't record us, or what?
It would be heard live, but it was not recorded for playback.
Oh, all right, I feel you.
You see what I mean?
I'm ready.
So that's the trouble. So I kind of strive to have everybody in a party to make sure that, you know,
Yeah.
the other guys,
But you-
I believe,
yeah.
can hear us. The other guys. They will hear me. Because I'm
really?
in the game.
Oh,
I'm in the
alright.
game. You see what I mean?
One of those experiences where you'll sit back
Ah,
and say,
yeah, I feel
"Oh,
you.
yeah,
So,
I remember that."
yeah, it's the same. Like when you met us, you were doing the same thing, basically, right? So,
No, I was in the game
in a
chat.
party.
I was in the game chat. I was not
only
in a
game
party.
chat, alright.
I was in the game chat, yeah. I'm not necessarily sure because I can see that my mic is kind of muted on the icons, but I'm not sure. We'll see that once we do the game.
yeah.
Alright, so let's see. You are the jump master.
So, where do we want to go?
I'd say probably a late drop, somewhere quite late.
Yeah, our teammate suggested wetlands, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we could go there, honestly.
For me, the idea is to avoid any early interception. We can
Yeah,
collect some
same.
loot and then we can relax and then, you know, hit on them.
So, do you want to drop right where you...
Down here,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Because you could see there are about 2 or 3 tactical teams. The other teams are also waiting. But what I'll do is I'll just have a look. If we have 2 teams to our left, but they're not going to our destination. They're going to that main compound.
Oh, our guy just dropped off.
Well, that's very unwise.
Yeah.
Which is what happens
Yeah, the
frequently,
thing-
but I can't help the
Yeah,
soloists,
exactly.
you know. This is not solo after game. So,
Well, it's the other day I got a win with like a friend of mine. We had a third squad mate, a random, but he left like as soon as we dropped. But we just like if you get like the jump on people, it's pretty easy to win with 2 people. But if you get ambushed, you're done. Like
well, that's right. That's their stupidity, unfortunately.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
people, you know, with PUBG and with Call of Duty, you always got the option of doing it together, or doing it solo, doing it in duos and quads and that. And then you get a lot of people who are doing solo and they think we're going to do this in here. But this is a full multiplayer, a full squad
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
There is no options, which means if you don't join a team, you're going to be dead. I mean, to tell you the
Yeah.
truth, I did play a few games with people who were solos, and they were terrific shooters, you know.
The champion made
And,
Yeah, I guess that makes up for it a little bit. But
they did well, but they wouldn't survive the game
Oh.
without my help.
target over
there's
there.
people over there,
These people.
like at the last.
Okay, I don't have
Like
any
at
good
the-
weapons. I tell you
I
what.
have hemlock. So.
Yeah, don't engage them. I need better weapons to back you up. So
Yeah,
what
for
we'll
sure.
do is we'll go elsewhere. Oh, in the building. That did you mark the building?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm not going
Yeah.
there then, going the other way.
I saw them running behind there, behind the building. Like,
Yeah, they're probably looting. Just leave it for a moment.
yeah, for sure.
And we're
Our
gonna
guy
have-
died as well. He left.
Well, am I surprised? And he didn't even wait for us to rescue him, as you could see.
No, a real classic solo. There's a scout over here as well as a peacekeeper,
Yep. I'll take scout. 'Cause
and there's
they-
a sniper scope as well. I think. Yeah,
what I do is always close the doors. Do you know why? Because
yeah,
first of all, the enemies will not know whether. Just a moment. Whether we are in
That
the
someone's
building or
been in
not.
there,
Yeah,
right.
and the other thing is,
Yeah.
if they're coming in, they'll produce this noise when opening doors, and then we can hear them.
Peacekeeper here.
The only trouble is with the orientation. If you're looting an area and you're doing it quickly and you keep closing doors, you can just lose your bearings a bit. You might not know. Ah, we've been here or we've
yeah,
not been
exactly.
here.
You might
But
get lost.
it helps otherwise. So what I can tell you is I picked up really a very good selection of optics in here. I have 4x8 sniper optics, which are the best. So my sniper is sorted.
Watch for them.
And the only better one
Yeah.
would be triple take. Triple take is the best sniper I can have in game. The better
Yeah,
one.
it's the golden one, right? The legendary one.
No, that would be what is it called? Kraber. That's called Kraber, and that you can get just on supply drop, or obviously somebody
Yeah.
got killed, and you can get it on supply drop, and you can get it on supply ship, but you can't collect it in game, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? If somebody collected it from
I
their
feel you.
care package and they get killed, you'll pick it up from them. but you can't find it
Yeah,
in any
exactly.
other buildings. So G7 triple take is the best one, which is like in game. Okay, so what have you got?
Ring's
What
closing
primaries
in a
have you
minute.
got?
We're not close.
I've got a Hemlock and the Peacekeeper.
Okay, that's cool. That's excellent. Okay, if you lead the way, I'll follow you from behind because I have a sniper.
Half gone,
For sure.
half left.
Do you want to just go to the to the safe zone, or?
This way.
We can go towards the other ring, you know, slowly but surely. And
Alright.
then we move towards the central section slowly, and then we loot everything which is in sight. Really.
Yeah, for sure. We should watch our backs though, because I don't know, like the squad I saw, I don't know from where they're gonna push up eventually, so
That's true.
we should
That's true.
keep a lookout.
The only
10
downside,
seconds. Ring's just ahead.
the only downside of chat, of party chat, is that it dampens the in-game sound, so you don't hear sometimes the
Yeah,
footsteps if they're sneaking
exactly.
and that, you know. That's the downside. But
Closing.
Especially if someone's got like a soft mic, I guess. You want to be able to hear them, so you can like get both the game sound and the party sound, party chat sound on the headset, which is
yeah.
annoying because.
But do you know what this is? The trouble with the recordings. It's to do with privacy laws and data protection. Because if you're in a chat, you're automatically authorizing that to be made public if you're streaming.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? You have to
Yeah,
tell
okay.
people you are live on such and such, and because if you are recording randomly, then
Package incoming.
it can't be heard on
Let's get to the
playback.
LZ.
It doesn't record.
Right. Yeah, I think there's a possibility for it. Like it's possible that it records, but the people need to like turn
Authorization.
that option on somewhere in the PlayStation menu. I think there's an option for that, but I'm not sure where it is.
I asked.
Because
I asked the PlayStation HQ. They said the only way they will record is you got. Yeah, okay. You don't need a sniper rifle now.
In the party area, right?
They said just the party. So in-game will not
Alright.
record if you're doing it on Twitch, and that's because the Twitch app, which is authorized through PlayStation, is not allowing it. It's not Twitch itself. You know, where's the hostile?
And they're right over there in the building, and there's one like right over there.
Okay. How many? 3 of them.
I'm not sure. I saw one inside of. I see one inside of the building, and I saw one running. So
Yeah. Don't
2 at
engage.
least.
I saw one of them.
No, one.
I saw one of them in the building. They're looting. They didn't
Yeah, in
see
the
us,
window,
though.
yeah.
They've not seen us.
No, I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going the other way, I think. Going towards this, the intersection of the circle.
Oh.
We are now on the edge, so we don't have to worry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, we can wait a bit, because the idea is
I'm actually not.
with the aggressive approaches, after we are down to 6, then we can engage instantly, and particularly if we are down to 4-3, because then when people are
Yeah,
like learn
exactly.
life after suffering an assault, we can jump them, but not earlier than that. And you get sometimes 2 or 3 teams attacking each other when you are like 16 squads left, and it's not a good idea
Yeah.
because everyone's going to get killed.
Yeah, exactly. You're just gonna.
Yeah,
Get
it's
squished
it's the best
eventually, yeah.
strategy.
No. I'm in the zone, I think. Yeah.
I thought it was
Right.
gonna stop
Yeah, right at the edge, but.
right on the edge. I thought we were.
New kill leader appointed.
You can hear that.
There's still one in the building.
Kill leader.
Did you see him? I didn't see him because I thought
Yeah, in the window.
you did see him. I've got 4x8 sight, so I can see literally inside of the room from here,
Ah, nice.
and I don't see any movement in the
Yeah,
room.
it was just.
He was there just a moment ago, was he?
Yeah.
You see, I thought that
So,
team might have pulled. Yeah, that's probably further away. That fighting. It's not in the building. It's somewhere.
Yeah, like behind the building.
I'd say that's probably southwest.
A bit farther, yeah.
Southwest 255.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably 1 o'clock, 600 meters, roughly.
Sure.
Let's have a look.
I can't see anyone from here, but
No, he's gone from that building. I don't see them, but it's possible that they're camping inside of the walls.
Yeah, it might be.
This firing is very distant. That's on the other side of the hill.
Yeah.
I'm proceeding 2 or 3 meters forward just to survey there. The top platform's clear.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if they've left. They might be just camping it, like you said. So
There might be. So what we can do is we can do flanking in here just to see, and then we can loot in there if they've gone.
yeah, for sure.
They've looted boxes. There's just one helmet in a box.
I haven't got a helmet though, so
You haven't. Okay.
no.
Okay. So let me just go a bit
I'm-
forward.
I'm flanking this side to check if there's anyone inside, but by the looks of it, there isn't.
It's likely they legged it. Just ping it, but don't go there. Just ping it with the.
Yeah.
Let's check out this area.
Likely they've gone up there. Likely. I didn't see
Yeah,
them, though.
probably.
We were further away, so we couldn't spot that section. Okay, if you
Yeah.
go and check that helmet, I'll watch
1
over
minute.
here with my
Rings
sniper.
nearby.
For sure. It's inside, right? In the building?
I'll ping it. No, it's outside. It's in the supply bin. Supply bin.
Alright.
Optics here. Close range.
Oh, yeah.
There, you got it.
Rings next door. 45.
Alright, I got it. No, there's no one over here.
Okay. There's some optics in there, so that might be. quite
Yeah, I
useful.
already have optics on my hammer.
My alternate. I need
They might have gone through here, by the way. Like, there's like a basement. I'm not sure if it leads anywhere, but
Okay, there's some optics here
Optics
for
here.
sniper.
Sniper.
Very quickly, we have 20 seconds to
oh yeah.
have a look because that circle is going to be coming our way.
10 seconds to the ring. It's close at least.
Okay, let's leg it. There's nothing up here.
Yeah, we should go.
It's all vacant, looted already.
Right.
There as well. Yeah. Okay.
It's on. Rings moving.
We're close though
Yeah,
to the ring.
we're not too far. Just flank it to the wall, to the rocks,
Yeah.
so they don't see you.
Yeah, they've definitely been here. Up.
Kill leader appointed. Heads up. Care package coming in. Heads up. New kill leader.
Okay, we're down to 6, so that's not bad.
All right, nice.
And all of them are somewhere in the central section, you know, because we didn't
Yeah.
have much gunfire at all.
And it's like problem. Oh, there's a drop over here though, so a care package over here. So watch out. It's looted, but
No, it's not open. I don't think. Is it open? Is it?
I think yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they looted it already.
All right. So we are behind, I guess, one squad at least.
Ring countdown.
Yeah, almost certainly.
So
I don't
that's
have.
that's good.
I don't have a good primary. I need better primary to what I've got. So I need hemlock or what's this? Flatline. Okay, flatline will.
There's a wingman over here if you want it.
I think flatline will do right for now.
Yeah, sure. Air shots. I think like coming from south, I guess. Like over the mountain.
Yeah. There is contact in there. Wait a minute, I put my scout on.
Good.
The only
Alright.
thing with scout is it doesn't have the velocity of, you know, with the bullets. Triple take is a lot better when it comes to being deadly.
Yeah, because you can land like a couple of shots back to back, I suppose.
G7 scout is good for distraction. So if you provide like distraction from any of the flanks, then the enemy
Yeah.
will be attacking immediately the sniper position, whilst the
Yeah, and you
the
can just
strikers
head
will-
on in.
Yeah, that's it. The strikers can proceed. So that's close. This is
Yeah,
at the
that's-
bottom of the hill, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So let me just.
At the river.
I'll survey that in there.
Sure.
They will not see me here. Yeah, I can see them. I'd like to hit him because he's staggering. Do I hit him? I'll give away our position.
I'm not sure because there's a lot more people. Like I see people over there. There's also people a bit to the right.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people fighting here. So
that guy who was bleeding is now being revived. No, he's dead. He's dead. He's been killed. The other guy's looting his box, and he's in my range. It is always nerve-wracking not to take the shot, but unfortunately, we would give our position.
I feel you.
we will give our position, and we're in a very good position.
If there were three of us, we might have been able to do it, but with just the two of us, it's very risky.
Not just that, there were 3 teams around that house. It's 9 people.
Exactly.
So, I mean, we were just 2.
Only 2 other squads left.
This team is in a house. One team is in the house.
Like the house right there, like that one?
This way.
This one here.
Let's go this way.
Alright.
230 southwest.
Not too far from ring. Got 10.
They're not in the house, but they're around it, right? So we need to be very careful.
Be careful. Yeah.
I tell you what, we flank it here.
Heads up. The ring's moving. Package being delivered.
Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
Don't see them in that house. That house is clear.
Alright.
Okay, let's go to the house. Still the circle is gonna get us.
Yeah, that's... Oh, they're right there. Look at.
Cancel that.
He's not firing at me now. Don't know whether they've seen us now.
They are right in the house.
I'm flanking it here from the other side. I'll fire. Which house? Just ping me the house. I'll fire smoke grenade there as decoy.
Sure. I've got some grenades now.
Okay.
Giving him the shimmy. Repeat on last.
He spotted me. Taking pot shots, but I think this was from behind.
Someone's dropped the... Yeah, I see them right over there. It's
You see what that's decoy. He thought I was coming from there. He unleashed
oh really?
the airstrike.
Nice.
Yeah.
But there's another team over there as well, so watch out. Hold on.
Taking a move. Patching up.
They're pushing you, they're pushing you. Got him. There's one coming to my back, yeah.
Rings nearby. 1 minute till close.
Throwing thermite grenade. Thermite grenade out.
Alright,
Where are you?
I'm behind you.
Give my shields a recharge.
I
need
downed
help.
one, but
I need help.
let me see. I don't have any.
Okay, no worries.
I think he's... they might be reviving him. I downed...
Yeah, I've hit him twice. I hit him twice with my sniper.
Yeah.
1 sec.
I need health.
Are they in a house?
I'm not sure. The one I downed was crawling like over here.
Okay,
Like in between this...
I think he is dead because we are down to 2. There were 3 then.
yeah,
Two teams
yeah,
left.
but I haven't got a kill, so...
Well,
and I
he
downed
might have
him,
been,
so...
He might have died. You know, there was this airstrike in there. Oops, watch out, watch out.
Getting shot at.
Decoy.
Opening fire.
She has golden armor, so...
Oh, there's airstrike in there.
Yeah, I'm facing back.
Okay.
We're sitting ducks up here.
2 of them coming. It's close.
Too bad.
No, the trouble it was they called in an airstrike, and the yellow line was chasing us as well. So
Yeah, exactly.
never mind. It's a good score.
We have our Apex champions.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a good score. Let's see what it was. More than 20 minutes. 1928. Yeah.
Not. Yeah.
Yeah, not
Look
bad.
at our teammate. 2 minutes 20 seconds.
Yeah, well, it's you know, anybody who does that solo effort is gonna have it like that. It's just
Yeah.
we've done nothing wrong, but basically what happened, the reason we lost was, first of all, we didn't have any extra health. That was the biggest problem, right?
Yeah. We couldn't heal
I
up.
didn't have any health, and you didn't have any health. We didn't have purple shield either, which would have been obviously very useful.
Yeah, of course.
The thing is, we were on the lower ground, they were on the high ground, right? So all of that was working against us. They called in an airstrike, right? And we were also then having to move because of the circle. As we moved with the circle, we were sitting.
Yeah, we got
ducks.
squished, kind of.
That was it.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
trying to flank it. I want to get to that ditch, but one of them was opening up on me with Spitfire, and I was jumping, but he still got me. And I had half of my life. I didn't have any more medipacks. Do you know what I mean? So, and the shield my shield was up, but I didn't have enough life. So, all right. So that's all good. 60.
All right.
That's good. And
60. Wow.
yeah,
15 then.
yeah, for the first time, I've got that gold on it. Do you see it? It's like it's glowing gold. So that must be something. Basically,
It's nice.
the maximum.
Yeah, it
number-
must be special.
I tell you what. Up to 50, you level up to 50, it slows down. It's harder to level up. You know what I mean? So my grind from 50 to 60 was much longer than from 0 to 50. So, and I think it's likely
really?
that as we are progressing to 70, then probably going to be harder and harder. So, and
Yeah, it'll get harder with every 10 levels.
as you could see, I unlocked. I'll show you actually. You wouldn't see. I unlocked 2 of my characters, Caustic and Mirage, with in-game currency. So I made already 24, 34. I made altogether 34,200 currency. So I used 24,000 for Caustic and Mirage, and then I've got this left. So I'll be saving this for maybe season 1. In season 1 they will have things to buy, and so when season 1 comes in next.
Yeah, there might even be more characters coming out, like in the future, I suppose.
Almost certainly. They'll probably double up. they'll give other characters, but they're creating the new ones and so. What character do you like the best? Wraith or any other?
Yeah, I've only played a bit of Wraith and a bit of Bloodhound, so I like Wraith. But her abilities are very, I suppose, they're not for useful in every situation, right? So her like L1 ability is pretty good. You can get away from a confrontation, but her portal one isn't that great because it's not that useful, I suppose.
It's similar to Caustic and to Gibraltar. I think it's down to the tactics that one is using. So, for instance, if you were, let's say we had your mate in here still, and he was playing the second striker. Let's say you were the first striker, right? And you go in a forward position, and we decide that we are going to be hitting on the enemy at certain position. So what you do is you set up the portal near our position, and you go into a forward OP, which is, let's say, 500 meters ahead, and then you open a second portal, right? So then you engage in a firefight, or you do decoy or something. They open up fire, and we then instantly go through that portal to your position. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, it might be very useful. Yeah, but you need a good, you need to be able to talk and get your tactics across and whatever, right? So
that's basically for clans and for crews, Then you use this as your strategy. The other thing is, I noticed that very many people like Wraith because the way she looks and that. So many people, when you go to randoms, will choose Wraith as the first choice.
Yeah, I've noticed. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I guess if you're looking at ideal teams, an ideal team, an ideal team should always have Bangalore and Lifeline, right? Because Lifeline is calling in packages, care packages, and it's giving extra life
as well
when
as just
necessary,
healing.
right? So that's very important. Bangalore has this ability with smoke grenades and with airstrikes, both decoy and could be mortal. If, for instance, at the end of the game you have frequently, I'm the only opponent to the other team. Other guys have died left, randoms, and I'm the only one left.
Yeah, whatever.
2 teams, 3 guys against me. So, for instance, if I was the one who was fighting just another guy, one person, then I can use airstrike, hoping that he's gonna get killed. So it's a useful thing. Also, in a position when you have 2 or 3 people bleeding after they've been hit, you can just throw in an airstrike, and they're likely to be eliminated. So it's very, very useful.
Yeah.
Also as decoy, because you could see as we progress towards the last 3 teams, what I've done is I flanked to the left, and then I fired 2 smoke grenades towards the end of that building. So immediately they thought we were coming from the other side, and they unleashed an airstrike which was hitting the other side. So if we were 3, we could have gone on an assault immediately, but we were 2.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So
yeah, I like to have a Bloodhound as well.
I was just going to say, one team, the ideal team, is Lifeline Bangalore, and what was the last thing I said? Bloodhound, right? Because Bloodhound will have then the perks where you can detect the enemies and all that. And then the other...
inside the smoke.
That's it. And then the other is Lifeline, Bangalore, and Mirage. Mirage has the decoy. You can send the decoy, and very, very useful in when you have the last 2. I had, with another friend, we had several matches yesterday, and I think we won 1. But otherwise, we were always, down to the last 2, and we used decoy all the time. And it was so many times that the other team would have brought in decoy and they've given away the position. Do you know what I mean? That's firing at the decoy. We come from the other side, so very, very useful. Caustic is also tactical. One can be, for instance, going to certain areas and then leaving toxic gas just randomly for the other teams to come in and get gassed. So that's...
I'm not sure, what is his ultimate, Caustic's ultimate?
He basically has this capacity to throw in this gas either individually, so you can put in several canisters of gas individually, or the ultimate weapon is where he just releases all that gas, which is a mass amount of gas, which is toxic, and he can see through that gas. So if enemy comes in, he can see the enemies, a bit like Bloodhound, right? And then he can take pot shots at them. I've tried that a few times, but for me, he appeared to be a bit slow for some reason. And
he's very big as well.
I thought initially, because the gas didn't explode, that I had to be firing at the canisters in order to release the gas. But then when I was at the receiving end, right? So when I got in house with gas, nobody fired. I just got in. As soon as I approached the canister, boom, it exploded. It was killing me. And it's very deadly.
It's kind of like a trip mine, sort of.
Like a trip mine, yeah. Like a trip mine, and it's very deadly. Unless you have your purple shield on, you'll die instantly. So, it is a good weapon. But again, like with Wraith, it has to be used tactically. You need to have a team that knows, well,
exactly.
The other team's likely to come here. Therefore, we will, leave it. And it's very cool. Yeah, a lot of thinking needs to be done. And I actually like Apex because for me, it is a thinking man's game. You really have to think about strategies,
It's not like, you need to be strategic. It's not like you can just say in Fortnite, just rush in with a shotgun or whatever and just try and get some kills. You need to think through, think everything you're doing through. I like it.
Well, yesterday I had somebody on my team. He had 678 kills, and obviously many kills, but he wasn't leveled up to sort of 60, 70, and he kind of struggled with that thinking element. He was going out for the kill, and then if intercepted by 1 or 2, he was able to deal with them. But when he was intercepted by a tactical team of 3, flanking and coming from different sides, he died instantly. He was very exposed. And and then I played with another guy. He was a French guy, and he also had, I think, about 620, 630 kills, and he was a fantastic shooter. Any opponent that came across, he would neutralize like one-on-one, always. But then I said to him, we're going to flank, and then he did struggle with the, three-man interception.
Yeah.
If they were tactical. If they were not tactical, if they were like a crew together.
Yeah, of course.
Then
If
that's
it's
it.
just like a
Yeah.
full shootout, he'll
Yeah.
win every time. But
He win every time.
Yeah.
Because he uses his primary and he uses grenades, and he's incredibly fast, like really. But then on the other hand, he complained, said, I killed all these guys and I haven't gone up the levels. And I said, well, yeah, that's because you don't survive generally
Yeah, that's
on
what
average
you said. Like,
longer than 15, 14 minutes or so. And if you were on average surviving 19, 20, then it'd be easier. And he said, well, it's the teams, and it's hard with random teams, because if you can't communicate, then you need to obviously strategize on the spot, and particularly people don't have the mic, then you can't communicate. And although they have ping in here, ping is ping. It's like you're in a field, and you cut off comms of the opponent. The opponent is basically losing ability to communicate, and they're dead. And you can communicate, they can't.
yeah, exactly.
It's as simple as that. Anyway, rock and roll.
Yeah, let's go.
Yep.
I think I can go for one more match, and then I'm gonna have to go because
right.
I've got work tomorrow as well. But
No worries. Anytime. Also with your friend, just tell him, ping me on PlayStation when you want to come in on any other night,
for sure.
so we can obviously squad up. The idea is really to do exactly what we are doing, and we build a community, and then we can create clans and teams, and then have a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's
the
cool,
idea.
man.
That's the idea. And everybody's doing it and playing it, so it's a bit hard to create, clans and teams.
Yeah, of
People
course,
doing it.
yeah.
But in about 4 weeks,
And
it's
I
gonna
guess-
be easier,
I guess like a lot of people, what's gonna attract the views is like people getting like crazy kill streaks or whatever,
Yeah.
Because usually like action attracts like
I came
players.
here to party.
It's adrenaline. It's chasing the
Yeah.
enemy, that sort of thing, and people get very frustrated
Let's go find them all.
if they do not manage to do that repetitively. If they get killed early many times, then they just leave the game. They go somewhere
Yeah,
else.
exactly. Yeah.
No, tough, really. I had really good optics on my sniper, 4x8 optics are the best, and you can literally see to the building.
Introducing your champion.
Yeah, you were saying like you could see right inside the room, like
Yep. That's very useful if you are, playing tactically.
he's the jump.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you've suggested like swamps, right? Or is that his?
Yeah, I did ping it. Yeah.
All right.
You see this area to the left? It's like a massive facility to the left. That's
So
would have
like,
been North
artillery.
15. North 15. Yeah.
Yeah.
Always avoid that for the drop.
Yeah,
Always.
we jumped there a few times. Like when I was playing it, like my first games, I thought, yeah, it might be a good area, and I got killed like instantly as soon as I dropped because.
Always many teams in there. So what's
Yeah.
happening? Why are we not dropping?
Ah, he dropped now. All right.
It's just because you get a lot of people going in there for high quality loot. It's a bit like marketplace, It's the best of
Yeah. It's like the hot zone, yeah,
the hot zone, yeah.
or like an airship.
And also the other thing is
Or a
it has
spaceship,
several
yeah.
places with underpasses. You come in there and there's a lot of weaponry in underpass. I got killed in there so many times in the underpass. Because
Yeah, I found like there are some good places to hide there though, because I landed there like I was playing like 2 days ago with a few friends, and we got separated, and I didn't have any weapons, so I resided to like hiding in a corner in there, and there were 3 squads in there, and no one found me, and I could just
that's
pick up
very
like the
good.
last injured squad.
that's because the guys in the game didn't know. Because I was always
Yeah.
for everyone down there. A couple of times I killed other guys in there as well. In fact, yesterday I've done somebody just purely by melee. I didn't have anything on me. Because one of the randoms was helping us there, and then once I killed him by melee, I killed another one as well, and then the third one got me. But it wasn't from the same team, you know. The guy was from some other team that just came in. Well,
Oh well.
so avoid that underpass at the beginning. Come in later, but not at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, it's the
Yeah,
beginning.
you might be able to swoop in later, like to maybe find some loot and whatever. But at the beginning, it's death sentence, just straight up.
That's right. That's right. Particularly if they jumped in and they got a couple of good shotguns and, you know,
Yeah,
automatic
yeah,
weapons.
definitely.
Now you can do. Okay, I've got Devotion, which is a sniper rifle, I believe.
I don't like that one. I think it's bad.
Yeah, it is one of the worst when it comes to
Yeah.
snipers. Snipers.
It
are-
hits like really soft. Like.
We need triple take or well, G7 is doable, but G7 doesn't kill. You know, you've seen I've hit
I
that
have
guy
a
2 or 3
longbow, though.
times. Okay, I'll change. I can take longbow if you've got it, but I definitely need better primary and secondary.
Yeah, I'll just check in this building, like right up here, see if I can get anything.
Okay, I'll very quickly go to these ones. Where's our teammate? Where's he? Do you see him?
Let's see. He's looting as well in like a building a bit up there.
Okay.
I have a 4x8 variable sniper scope. I'll take that for you if
Yeah,
you
please, if you can. Yeah, I definitely need that. Yeah, coming over now.
Yeah. There's a peacekeeper over here as well. I'll give you the longbow just so.
No, coming
Right.
over immediately.
New
Just to
kill
save
zone.
Yeah,
time.
sure.
Watch for them.
I'll walk to this building, which is on your 12. And just quickly have a look. It's been looted already, by the looks of it. Okay,
Mm,
coming.
did
in
you
now.
already have a backpack?
Champion out.
No, no backpack.
There's one over here, a grey one,
Level 1.
like up here.
You're
Half
coming. In.
gone, half left.
Plenty
I'll
for
drop
me
the
to
longbow for
take.
you if you.
Plenty for me to take, in fact.
I could take the peacekeeper instead of the longbow if you want
Okay, cool. Yeah.
45 seconds, rings
Yeah,
close.
it. Don't forget the attachments.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you have any shotgun ammo though, on you? Or
No, unfortunately, I don't have anything. No,
all right.
I need. Well, I have P45 as my primary, which is not ideal. Wingman would be
No,
better.
there's light ammo over here though if you want it,
Light ammo here.
just to be like to have an insurance, I suppose.
10 seconds. Rings just ahead.
Yep.
All right, we're pretty close to the zone, by the way. Where's our teammate at?
Rings moving. Keep the hustle.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get the ammo in this building really quick.
Hang on, what's this now?
All right.
Just a second, what's this? Okay, I'm literally above you there.
Oh yeah, I see.
I do need
Right.
ammunition. I have little ammunition. So anything which
I
is
have.
heavy ammunition.
Attention.
Yeah, I can share a few. You can here, take this. It's 40. I still have 80 bullets left, so that's fine.
Okay, so I'll do for starters. I have 2 magazines, 30. Okay.
Where's our? Oh, he's right over there. Right? Do you wanna go with him, or do you just wanna?
No, I just invited him to come and join us. Invite him again.
Let's reposition here.
You could. Hold on.
He is looting in there, but he's coming our way now.
All right. If you hold down the D-pad, like for just like say 3 seconds, you can type a message and
Can you?
it'll like in game chat it'll say like just kill 101 says whatever, right? So But you can only hear it if you're in game chat. We just found that out like 20 minutes ago. Me and my and Lambert.
Where are the options?
Oh, hold on. Let's run because the zone is already here.
That's true. We have to run immediately. Run. Yeah.
Right. I will make it though. No big deal.
Again, I don't have any health, which is troubling.
I might have some. I'm not sure. I'll check in a second.
Okay.
Alright, let me see. I have 2 syringes.
If I can have one thing. No, you need one as well. You'll need one.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
I could pass you one, but I'm kinda separated from you guys though, so I'll make my way over to you guys.
Okay. So let's see whether you'll be able to see us. If I
Healing up. Eyes are open though.
So do you like how often are you like streaming? Like often or
every day? Yeah, every day.
Ah, cool.
On average, 6 to 8 hours, something like that.
Ah, really nice.
Yeah. So I've typed and sent over there. Did you see that anywhere? Did it ping?
No, you don't see it, but if you're in game chat, like when we were playing with my friend, like you heard this weird voice saying like Lumbeck's killer says or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this, yeah. That's what the other guy hears right now. So I guess it's for people who don't have a mic, but.
So he would have heard over here what I've typed and I sent it.
Yeah, he would have heard DRBMiller says over here in like a creepy Google.
But he hears
voice.
it, but I can't hear it in here by myself.
No, because we're in party chat. We're
that's
because
cool.
we're in party.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That definitely can work. But you know what? What we need is better shields. We need more shields.
Yeah, definitely.
We don't have.
There might be.
We don't have lifeline.
Where are we? Right. We could go up here to see if there's anything.
And just be very careful with the enemy. They're usually camping and watching for people to come together with that or in circle. But what we'll do is we'll very quickly have a look, and then we'll take up another position inside of the circle, so we don't have to be legging for the second time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I can see. I want to. Right, the building which is your 2 o'clock, right? Which is Apex in there. That's clear at the entrance, but I want to see just.
1 minute till
Yeah, I see.
Hold on, I want to jump here, and I want to see whether anyone is.
It's still inside, yeah.
No looting, because there are several bins in there, but no, it's all clear. You proceed there, have a look at the bins, and I'll follow.
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah, and have a look, because I can see that it's all clear from my end.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anyone over here. You know, I'll be. Yeah, all these bins are open though, so I like the.
Anything in there at all?
Nah, not really. A P2020, a Mozambique shotgun, and a grey bodysuit, like a bad one.
Not too far from ring. Got 10.
Okay, let's carry on.
Let's run.
Let's run.
Yeah, sure.
Let me see. We go through the building.
Yeah, I think no, we don't.
No.
That'll take us farther
Ring's
even.
coming in.
Yeah.
It's over here. There's a bridge on our teammate right there. I didn't even know you could like cross over the way you're doing it.
Yeah, it's possible. It's just that enemies might be here, which is you can come here.
Let's go this way.
For sure. Yeah, this is a high tier loot area, right? So.
That's right. That's always infested.
Yeah.
You're there. Okay.
Although I don't think there are any people left here. I'm not sure though, but.
Okay, we have to be just inside.
Yeah, I'm inside.
Yeah, so this
Right,
area
nice.
is really deadly. It's very dangerous.
Yeah. I will open this really quick.
We're down to 6.
There's a blue helmet if you want it.
Yeah, I do.
Helmet here. Level 2.
Yeah.
Our armor
I can hear
trashed
some
us.
footsteps.
Yeah, I think shots as well. But it sounds like really far away. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very
I
far.
think there's, southeast, I think.
Yeah,
But, yeah,
that is
far
very,
away.
very far.
Yeah. And like, if you look on the map, like the little like area below us, I think it's over there, like to the right of water treatment and south of repulsor,
Yeah,
like in the little housing it's over there, I guess.
Let's check
Agreed.
out this area.
let's proceed.
Yeah,
We
for
need
sure.
to move towards the other circle.
Yeah, take up position maybe in there. Do you have any healing items though? Yeah, I've only got one syringe myself.
Just hold on a second. Just hold your position here for a second.
Yeah.
I very quickly want to see in this building.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a better primary. Because I don't have this primary.
Yeah, that sucks at this point, really.
Peacekeeper. I don't want Peacekeeper.
I think I... Can I get a look on... No. I don't see anyone, but they are fighting though. It's coming from
let me
like
just
over
check
there,
with my
like,
sniper. I got very, very good sniper.
I think they're fighting in there, so... And there's a care package being dropped as well, over there.
1 minute. Rings nearby.
Like, to the right there.
Just ping me with the care packages. I didn't see it. Didn't see it being dropped.
Was like right over
45 seconds.
there.
Ring
Well, I
nearby.
think someone's been here.
Okay.
Somewhere.
I see
along
them.
that
I
line.
see them. 3 of them.
Yeah, I can see them
They're
as
being
well,
hit,
but they're
they're
like
being hit.
ants from here.
They're being hit. They expose their position by calling in the care package.
We're close. 30
Yeah, oh, they're being hit from right below here. I saw shots coming from down here. Let me just get
I can see them exactly where they are.
nice, alright.
He's running in here. Look, he's there.
Let's go this way.
And now he's running in
Yeah,
there.
I saw
See him.
a wraith like phasing away.
10 seconds to the ring. It's close at least.
New kill leader.
No, we need to proceed. We need to proceed.
Yeah. Do you want to go take them from the back? Like,
No, we need
Nah,
to
I'm
go
not sure.
here. We have to hold,
Progress.
if possible,
yeah,
the higher ground.
Only one squad left.
to get some
Touching down.
memes up in.
They usually carry rare
Okay, that
platforms.
squad that's left is in that building in there.
Signaling an airstrike.
Yeah, it's the last squad, by the way. So
You're down to 2, yeah.
I have a peacekeeper and a wingman, but
Who's
not
gone
really-
in there?
I don't know. Oh shh. Wow, that does a lot of damage. Alright. I'm just pushing up.
Okay,
Right
then
here.
I need health. I don't have any health.
Yeah.
I'll be dead with 1 bullet.
Myself up.
I need to go to the death box in there on the orange line.
There are some buildings over here where I am.
Wait a minute, I need to raid those boxes.
Yeah, for sure. So do we know where they are? Like, Were they the squad like closest to us, or the ones in the city, like in the zone, in the
Just
water
bear
treatment?
with me a second. I have to focus that they didn't see me. I have to do this as quickly as I can. Just one moment.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And me and the teammate are over here. Just did you get any health or anything?
Yeah, just a moment.
Alright, good.
One minute. Ring's pretty close.
Using a medicine. 1 sec.
Alright.
Okay, proceed.
45 seconds. Ring's close.
To the zone, or
They're
I heard
firing.
him shooting, but at what?
They're obviously firing at random.
Yeah, just trying to lure us out maybe or whatever.
Less than 30 seconds. Ring's nearby.
Do you want to go to the? Yeah, we should go to the ring because I don't think we'll survive another like being eaten by the storm, I suppose again. Oh, nice. There's loot over here.
12 seconds. We need to move
10
immediately.
seconds. The ring's close.
Yeah, let's go.
Immediately. Let's go. Come on, lead the way.
Alright, let's go up here. I'm not sure where they. I think they're over there, like in the
Leg it, leg
up
it,
there.
leg it, because we won't be able to make it otherwise.
Yeah, yeah. I'm in. I can hear them with my. Oh, they're. Oh. They're up. They're right there.
Didn't see them.
Ah, he hit me hard though. No, one was on the roof. I got lit up pretty badly.
Okay,
So.
come to me then quickly, but try to evade.
Oh, they're pushing me. They're pushing me.
I need to provide decoy. Okay. Ping him. Where are they?
Ah, right over here. One is.
In the chimney.
Ah, they're coming from the. One is right next to the van. One is on the mountains over there.
Reloading.
There's one right. There was one right here, but he's almost dead. They're finishing me. One is pushing up. He went to the left, right here.
Thermite out.
There's one. Watch out. There's one back here. She's pushing. She's pushing. Ah.
Step quieter next time.
Couldn't get him.
Da.
There were 3 of them coming from 3 flanks, different sides.
Yeah. It's like you said. They were playing really tactical. Like,
No, they were
really well.
tactical and they were fast and they had better weapons than us. Anyway,
Yeah, definitely.
still,
I got
we
the.
took up a good position, so that's good.
Yeah. I downed the lifeline though, so I think. Or she had like very little health left. But
Yeah.
oh well.
Never mind, it was good. It was good. Well done.
Yeah.
Well
Yeah,
done.
you too, man.
Well, thanks very much for joining us, and then ping us in the future, whenever you want to join in. And
Yeah, for sure.
We'll crack on, and we can have a team also with your mate, and we can have a team of 3 and do tactical. As you could see, these tactics work. The only thing we do need right at the end is heavy artillery. We need to have weaponry that's going to be like the tops. That's all.
Yeah, and better shielding, better armor, and whatever.
That's right. But you can see these tactics work the best because we faced little
Yeah, exactly.
opposition. At the end, obviously, we can call it. But the trouble we had in both matches was that we were attacked by a team that was coming from higher ground, holding better positions tactically, and they had better weapons. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's all there was. Because the guy that killed me, he was attacking you while you were bleeding, and then he was flanking to his right, my left. I quickly went behind that wall, but then another one flanked and came from behind, not me, but behind the other fellow, and opened up on me. And I didn't have anything.
Yeah, I
but,
saw her like last minute.
Yeah, and I only had a white shield. Like white shield's not good enough. So.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get. It's like not even having one. Like it's really minimal.
Lots of people complained about the gradings of weapons and shields because they thought that the difference between the blue chest armor and the purple chest armor was incredible. It's like massive. and you
Yeah,
don't
this
get that,
it is
that
big though.
pink, you know, you don't get that pink armor that frequently. You know, your chest armor, and you can get it on your care package, but otherwise in game you get it very rarely. So it's just you know, in certain sections where it's like really good quality loot. But
Yeah.
it is imperative. It's imperative that one has pink chest armor, pink helmet, and then yellow optics.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, at least.
That is where these teams will go on, probably looting quite a bit initially, looking for those weapons, and then doing it tactically. But you know, it's
Yeah, I
all,
suppose it comes down to luck a bit as well, in like with looting and whatever, right? So
it does. But I think in this instance, the only trouble was that we were in the second match right now, departing from the yellow ring a bit late, which means we were lagging
exactly.
it. And we were in a tactical position because you were on the right flank, I was on the left flank, and the teammate was in the middle. So that wasn't bad. The only trouble there was that they noticed you because they were obviously having a sniper position somewhere on the roof watching.
They had two positions.
And they open up immediately. They were a bit disconcerted with the smoke grenades because they went you know, towards the other side. So they went towards the other side, but I couldn't flank because of the orange ring. I didn't have enough health.
Yeah, exactly.
So if I went through the orange ring, which is what I probably should have done, then they would have not seen me. But again, you know, you learn as you go along. What's important for this game is that at the end of every match, when something goes wrong, one analyzes what went wrong, and then one is sort of thinking what to do next. That's the key, and that's what I love about the game.
Yeah, learn from your mistakes, right? Or...
Always. It doesn't have to be a mistake. We didn't make a mistake in here.
No, but
you know what I mean. We were tactically they outsmarted us, and they were holding. Don't forget, they didn't know where we were, and they unleashed
that's
two
true.
airstrikes earlier at different positions, assuming we were there. They probably spotted something which looked like enemy. They didn't see us at all, and I watched the way they were killing the guys that were running downhill through my sniper rifle, and they've done that firstly by sniping. So they had probably Kraber or triple take, but very, very good optics. They were able to do. I could see the guy walking. There was one shot, he was on his knees, and there was another shot, and they couldn't really get him. So what they did was he was on his knees, like going downhill, and they called in an airstrike, and an airstrike came in there, and then. But I'm not certain that the airstrike came from their position. I think it was the third team that then got killed, because they were too far.
Yeah, it might be.
They were too far to call in. You know, Bangalore can have airstrike within maybe 200 meters. If you are like 500 meters away, it's not going to go this far. You can't throw in the grenade that far.
No.
So that
you can
is,
escape it pretty easily. So.
yeah, and I think that
they must have been really close.
So the other guy who was chucking the airstrike directly at the guy, you know, kneeling, obviously killed him with it. But he basically gave away his position, and I think he was just one guy. Because I've heard shots fired from the enemy position, the enemy that killed us, and then suddenly we were down to two. So he must have been just one person, you know? And I think that generally tactically, if you are just one person left, it's a lot better to try to kill the enemy with your airstrike if you're Bangalore, because you stand much better chance of at least injuring some of them than contesting three of them with their tactical. 1 against 3 who are tactical is death. It's very difficult. Maybe if they have very little life or something. If for instance, if they're behind your own circle or something, you know, then you get them. But I did watch yesterday 3 games with 2 superb teams. They were incredible, right? And can you imagine, in all 3 instances, they were so tactical that the circle actually had shrunk to 5 yards. So it's 5 meters circle.
Wow.
And the other team from the top point, which was, you know, on the roof, had to be jumping into the circle to survive. That was twice. And the 3rd game, the circle basically consumed everyone, right? So it shrank from 5 meters to 0 meters. And the guys who were on the roof
so they
had Phoenix kits. They had 6 Phoenix kits, and they were pumping Phoenix kits.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and for whatever reason, the guys who were in the building, they didn't have that much health. And then they were surviving for about 30 seconds. And ultimately, the guys on the roof won the match without a firefight just because they were using it's tactics. It's thinking. And they were incredible. You know, they really were incredible. One of them was a top shooter. He kept jumping behind the orange circle looking for these guys because they were on the roof of that marketplace, and he was flanking the marketplace, going outside of the walls looking for them. Couldn't find them. Behind the orange line, in the storm, losing life, but he must have looted death boxes, and he must have had, 6 or
Phoenix
7.
Kids.
Yeah, and he basically just kept pumping. It was something to learn from. It was extraordinary. And I thought, hang on, they've got to lose, because logically, if you're in the building, you should have more life than if you're on the top of the building, because you're more exposed, right? In a storm.
Yeah, you'd say so, but
And
I don't think it.
maybe it was, but the difference was that the team more exposed had many more Phoenix kits.
Yeah, they were just pumping like health into them, so
Just one
they
by
could
one.
last longer.
And I think Phoenix kits are the best because they will outlast if you're in the storm. I tried the red health when I was in a storm, and it was pumping, but it wasn't quick enough. Do you know what I mean? The storm killed me.
Yeah.
So although you have
But
it,
I think the Phoenix kits takes a while as well, though.
just because it's mauve, it's purple, and it's top level kit, I think it is providing well, maybe if you have also purple shield, purple shield is resistant to storm quite a bit. I did see another mate yesterday I played with. He had purple shield, and he was in the storm for quite a while, and it wasn't causing him that much, causing some damage, but it was resisting, whilst the other shields, So as you could see, plenty to learn from. So thank you. Thanks very much for coming. And
no problem, man.
Yeah, let's call
It's
it
been
up
fun.
and have a happy day at work tomorrow as well, and then then
thanks,
it's gonna
man.
be time to relax. All right, take care and have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, take care. So, for the benefit of all of our viewers, thank you all for your patience. I hope you enjoyed these matches. They were really good matches, I have to say. Both of those were tactical and really the kinds of games I love really playing. Very happy to have had our new community members and friends there. As you could see, both matches were excellent. We were down to the last two. A bit unfortunate, a bit unlucky, but still we got really good scores and good experience points. Our mistake was in fact just to be waiting for that orange line a bit longer, but in fact it wasn't maybe a mistake. We were barely having any health. We had to loot those death boxes, and then it did take us a bit of time, which meant, well, I'm not that fast in looting those death boxes generally, which meant we were to be positioning ourselves a bit later than expected, and therefore one of our teammates was spotted, and as you could see, the other team was holding the high ground. We were on the lower ground and ascending, which meant we were vulnerable if spotted, and that indeed took place. So I couldn't do anything, and I really wanted to use my smoke grenade as well, but unfortunately it didn't recharge fast enough, and that itself was causing some extra difficulty. But good match, good score, and what's most important, really good tactics, and this is what we want to see in every single game. Sometimes very difficult to acquire, Mon's doing it with the random players, although not impossible. Obviously it depends whether the randoms are a team of 2 with an add-on player, in other words myself joining their squad, and therefore it becomes much easier if they are experienced and tactical, which is exactly what we had tonight. So hope you guys enjoyed it. We are going to be carrying on with our battles. I'll have just a very short break because I want to make myself a hot drink, but in fact I will put my kettle on and I'll carry on with another battle as we go along, so it should be really good fun. There we are. We'll ask for some other randoms, but what I like in particular is that as I reach level 60, I get the glowing gold around the level, and that is astonishing. Really love it. And as you could see, because we scored really well in 2 matches, I'm already halfway to 61, and I really love that. I think it's really a very, very good in-game experience point system. A lot of people during the week after joining randomly were asking how on earth we're able to get so fast to 60, and I told them it is quite simple. I had survived in the arena many times, not the longest, but the second or the third longest. And if you are reaching the survival rate, which is 20 minutes plus, that indeed is of great assistance with your experience points. So just remember, if you want to have lots of XPs, one of our community members yesterday told me he had the best game ever. I think it was yesterday or the day before, where he acquired 7,600 experience points. And the reason was very simple. He was in a very good tactical team. He was the spearheader. He was the person pursuing the aggression of the team up front, had 7 kills, and he was able to then also be in a team which was a winning team, and the winning team won that match. So he had 7 kills plus winning plus 23, I think it was 23 minutes he said, of the survival rate. So all of that gave him all this points, 7,600 points. So that was the best score he ever had on Apex, or perhaps even on any other game. And I applaud him for that. A wonderful tactical team with very good strategy. No Face, No Casebook is here. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Good to see you. No Face is asking me, how are you doing? Well, I can tell you I'm doing very well. I've just had several matches there with a new squad, really. There were 2 guys who joined our community, and the last 2 matches were excellent. They're very tactical, just the way I like the game to be. Both times we came second, and we were very close to victory, but unfortunately we had low quality weapons, basically, and that did cost us at the end. Perhaps we were a bit slow right in the last game, but the orange circle caused us a bit of a problem. Certainly we didn't have the best weaponry there, and that was indeed of concern when it came to the final push. So very good indeed. Do you want to come in? I can bring you in if you want, and we can obviously 2 of us squad up and play a few games together. I can tell you I'm particularly pleased to see number 60 next to my gamer tag, and it's glowing with gold. Well, that is really appreciated. It looks like after you reach level 60 you're getting gold, and I think as we're proceeding we probably get other colors, but it's glowing with gold. I really like that. I wanted to achieve it last night, but I was getting a bit tired, so I went to bed, and I did achieve it immediately today with my first game, so that's pretty good. So if you want to, I can invite you. We can play some games. Just let me know, and we can obviously team up. Nofe says, I'm just playing a few games on Fortnite, then I'll come on if you still have space. Well, I can tell you I will have space. The only other thing is I'm not sure how long I'll be streaming tonight, because I had a few very late nights, and I really have to cut down on that. And generally I always have a morning stream and an evening stream, so there'll be no morning streams now for a couple of weeks, thanks to Apex and my late night streams. But it's all very good. It's just that it changes my rhythm of the day and the structure. So I will have from tomorrow no night streams. There will be evening streams until midnight. There'll be nothing after midnight, because otherwise I can't have my morning streams. And I did have people coming in and saying, well, when are you going to be running morning streams? Because the gamers and the viewers from the continent very frequently are more likely to be coming in early in the day rather than later. Late in the day we get people from other countries like the United States and Canada, and sometimes South America and New Zealand, etc., Australia, South Africa, and I have to really listen to my viewers, of course. And No Face says, I see that gold level. Well, thank you. Well, that's right, but I don't know whether there's going to be gold, platinum, what next. I know that I'm certainly striving towards the number 100, and that is the number of levels we can have by the time we reach Season 1, and Season 1 will be starting in March, on the 1st of March, I think they said. So the idea is to be reaching that level as soon as possible. And I'll tell you why. At the end of the week, on Monday, I'm starting with Anthem streams. Anthem is released on Friday, so I will be doing it from Friday. Or I believe I'll be doing it for Friday, unless there's some technical or any other issues. And therefore, I would want to reach it, if possible, before then. Or at least I come close, you know. Because once I start with Anthem streams, then I will have to cut down on the actual Apex gameplay for the time being, particularly during the first few weeks. And therefore, the levels would be harder to get. Because as you know, it is all about being involved and being in the game. Okay, no worries. Do let me know. Just ping me either here on, probably the best if you ping me here on Twitch. I'll see the message, and then as soon as I finish the game, I'll bring in, and we can crack on with a few matches. But as I said, I will not be streaming tonight until very late, and therefore I will want to be having a morning session tomorrow with my streams as well. So just let us know, no worries. But at the moment, we are going to be cracking on. Well, actually, before we crack on, I do want to make that hot drink. So bear with us. I'll be back in one moment. There we are. We are carrying on with our missions straight away. Let's bring on another. And I can see that my tokens are also increasing, 10,200. Altogether I made 34,600. No, I'm mistaken. 34,200. So it's 34,200 made so far, and I purchased 2 of those new characters, Mirage and Caustic, within the first 5 days, I think. So very happy to have them on board, as they're very, very useful. But at the moment, I'm polishing up my Bangalore. And so far so good, as you could see, reaching the level or the number 2 very frequently. There we are. We have new team being built straight away. Let's see what characters they'll choose.
Now romp with me. I'm ready for a match.
Ideal for me, because I want to be Bangalore as usual.
We'll win this thing together. Semper Fi or die. This is your champion.
228 kills, the Odyssey Child champion? No.
Hey, stay on me. I'm the jump master.
Alright, where do we
Make a
go?
choice. Land here.
How about landing in there?
This is a good LZ.
Okay, if you want to land there, we can.
Hit the jets. We're dropping hot.
Don't forget, just look up and tell me if there are any other members intercepting us. Just watch over left flank and right flank. Have a look. Anybody else coming in? Do you see anybody else coming in? very, very laggy.
Should have seen that coming.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
Peacekeeper here. Shotgun ammo here.
If you like a Peacekeeper, there's the one.
Body shield here.
Shield we
Level
have
1.
in here. Scout if you want one.
G7 Scout here.
I've got Scout in fact myself.
Arc Star here.
Arcstar. Oh, I don't need that. Actually, shotgun bolt.
There is a new kill leader.
There, for your Peacekeeper,
New
you
kill
can have your
leader.
shotgun
Watcher
bolt.
6.
There,
Shotgun bolt here. Level 1.
for your Peacekeeper. Do you want it? It's here for you. You want
Let's go
it?
this way.
I need better primary. I don't have very good primaries yet.
RE45 here. Arc Star here. Supply bin here. Arc Star here.
One minute. Ring's pretty close.
Okay.
P2020 here.
Might be something good this way.
Body shield here. Level 1.
Ring's not too far. 45 left. Let's explore this way.
Ring ain't far. Half of one.
Attender eliminated. There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Eyes on farm.
Yeah, just be careful with these buildings because the enemy is usually hiding in there. So don't really race because you'll be jumped. You know, someone
Rings around the corner. 10 left.
someone needs to watch your back, which is me with my sniper.
Warning. Movement in progress.
Heads up. The ring's moving.
Light ammo here.
Triple take here.
Yeah, where? I want it.
Care package being delivered.
Care package coming in.
Where's triple take? Oh, there. Okay.
Extended light mag here. Level 2.
Light ammo here. Cancel that. Light ammo here. Light ammo here.
Come and get your birthday present.
Thank you.
Shield battery here.
I need health. I need optics for a pistol. I need a hop up. I need an extended heavy magazine.
Might be something good this way.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Let's go this way.
Yeah, okay, go in. I'll watch over. I'll be here.
Let's explore this way.
There's contact in there, but it's quite far. It's about 400 meters away. The other side of the mountain.
Might be something good this way.
Don't go in there by yourself.
Heads up. New kill leader.
So where are you going? Where will you go from now? You're heading directly into a firefight. There's a firefight in there. Not a good idea.
Attention. There
Champions
is a
made a
new
poor
kill
choice.
You've
leader.
got 10 squads left.
New kill leader. Go on, watch out. Listen up, I'm getting shot at.
I told you not to go in a firefight in there. You're dead.
Grenade. This time I'm down.
You and me now. Pony up.
Now I'm coming your way, but just, you know, you've gone very, very far.
Just giving my shields a recharge. Rings nearby, 1 minute till close. I'm spotted, taking fire. 45 seconds, rings close. I'm down. Look out, grenade. Apex experience on strength. I have both.
You could tell straight away, two guys in a team of two, completely ignoring the team effort. I told them not to go in there because there was a major firefight going on and a tactical team waiting for them, and they were literally just sitting ducks. So what do I have to do? I have to go in there to rescue the banners, and I'm jumped by the same team. They knew that the third team was going to be coming and rescuing the banners. No team effort. No team effort brings death in Apex, PUBG, and any other battle royale. It doesn't matter what battle royale you go to, it's going to have the same problem.
Time to see if all those drills have paid off.
Ahead, we talk of victory and slaughter.
This is gonna be a good fight.
Introducing your champion.
Pistols to artillery. I can do it all. Your call.
Alright fellas, you're live on Twitch. We are broadcasting this in a public forum, Apex Legends. Welcome to our community. I suggest we go there,
Let's touch down here.
inside of that compound.
Copy that.
We've got good loot, but we gotta watch out for any other incursions, because there are lots of teams sometimes going there, if they know, you know, that the loot's there. So if you see them coming, following us, then just quickly run away.
We drop it.
Six teams to our left are not going in there. They're all going elsewhere. No teams to our right, no teams to our left. So we are in the clear as it stands. Very laggy. So laggy.
Attention. First blood.
Deployment here. First blood.
Round one.
I don't have a primary. I need a primary.
Say one. We're all inside this ring.
Okay, if we go the other way, there are some supply crates in there. There are some supply crates this way, in there, outside.
Let's check out this area.
Attention.
Supply crates here are quite good.
A champion has fallen. Target spotted.
Scores left.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
New kill leader. Watch your six.
Okay, I am without primary. So I need primary ASAP. And without secondary.
Let's explore this way.
You could see that 6 teams are gone because they've all gone into the hot zone.
Peacekeeper here.
Got a hop up here. Turbocharger.
Watch the map, we're spread too thin.
Why is the other guy completely away?
Let's explore this way.
Like, I got terrible primary, which is Mozambique. It's rubbish. Got Ava now, which is equally bad. I'm looking for Spitfire and for triple take or G7.
Rings nearby. 1 minute till close.
Okay, we're not too far, so that's alright. Don't have to worry about the ring at the moment.
Less than one. Eva 8 here.
Okay, I'll pass on that one. I just dropped my Ava. I got flatline instead.
Hemlock here.
Hemlock I want, yeah. I'm coming your way.
Ring ain't far. Half of one.
Half the squad's left. No time to be tired.
Where'd you say the Hemlock was? Down here. Yeah, I've got it.
10 seconds. Ring's just ahead.
Warning. Ring movement in progress.
Use the map
Thanks.
as your guide. The ring is moving.
I need a sniper rifle.
Attention. Delivering care package.
So,
You hear that? There's a care package coming down. Flatline here.
I managed to get up. That's quite good. Okay, down to 9.
RE-45 here. Light ammo here.
Let's explore this way. Target over there.
Okay.
Flatline here. Eva 8 here.
New kill leader appointed.
Be aware of the new kill leader.
Listen up. I'm calling a lifeline package in.
Scanning the area.
2. Beginning ring countdown.
Let's go this way.
Kill leader eliminated.
Okay, down to 7. Just beware, there might be enemies in the valley in there.
Looting here to strengthen our fight. Might be something good this way.
R99 here. Peacekeeper here.
2
Peacekeeper
peacekeepers
here.
in here.
Wingman here.
I don't actually see it. Where did you go? Oh, you're going underneath.
Target over there. Never mind.
Scanning the area.
Oh no, it's not things to do. Flatline hemlock. I don't have really very good weapons.
Heavy hemlock. Heavy. Forget that.
Backpack here. Thank you. Let's reposition here.
No, ignore that.
Backpack here. Level hemlock here. Enemy spotted.
Good work. We're inside the next ring.
Too far. Too far, my friend. It's not gonna. You're gonna be able to hit him from that distance.
Oscar Mike, I'm spotted.
I have fallen. Making help. Contact with hostile.
Just us now. Gotta watch each other's back.
Reload.
Careful, the enemy might be there. Watch out. I don't know where the other guy went. 19 meters. He's just down here somewhere.
Smoke. I'm spotted.
Just giving my shields a recharge. Air drone if you need.
Taking a knee. Patching up.
Countdown.
We're all inside the ring. Just giving my shields a recharge.
Okay, coming in, coming in. We need to get this banner. Where is he?
Picked up a teammate's banner.
Oh, cool. Coming your way.
Recharging my shields. Recharging my shields.
Hold on, I need to come to you. Where did he go? Serious fighting in there. The game froze. The game froze completely. The game froze, I can't do a thing. Everything's frozen. Nah, doesn't want to work. Well, if anyone can tell me what to do, then I would do it, but I just have to wait because there were 4 teams left. We were really doing well in this game. We could have gone for the winner. Well, unfortunately, as it all froze, there's nothing I can do but simply reload the game. So bear with me, I'll reload the game and restart the broadcast.